Howdy, welcome back. If this is your first time here, feel free to reach down and hit the like button if you like what you see. If this is more than your first time here, feel free to reach down and subscribe and still hit the like button. The more people do that, the more people will get to see me. And it's nice to talk to somebody that's, not just myself. Now, I believe the last time I spoke to you guys, I told you at the end of the video that there were several sites holding a sale. Right now, the Pat McGrath's site is holding a sale. I think it's only going on for another couple days. It's the spring VIP sale. Any orders under $150 is 20% off, and any orders over $150 is 25% off, which meant obviously I went poking around. Usually Pat McGrath is out of my price range, but I stumbled across this on the site. It is Pat McGrath's Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze Eye Palette. I know that's a mouthful, but this is almost like an extension of one of her Mothership palettes. Now, usually this retails for $65, but her site has it for $32.50, and now take off an extra 20% on top of that, which is another $6.40, I believe, assuming you get under $150, and you're in the $26 range, $27 range for this. It's not a bad price for Pat McGrath. This is her palette. The artwork matches one of the Motherships. It's supposed to be almost like an extension, like I said. It's a trifold that opens. The inside looks like this. We have a mirror on one side. Hold on, let me grab a piece of paper so I don't blind y'all. Mirror on one side, and then you've got the colors here with the usual names of the colors that go right like this, kind of like a box of chocolates. This is my second attempt at filming this video, so I already went through and swatched the palette onto my arm. Now, I went across like this and across like this. Now, if you're wondering why this is my second attempt at doing this, I may have stabbed myself in the eye trying to put on makeup and could not stop crying. I finally had to give up, wait a while, and try again. It was not intentional. The mascara one can sometimes be your enemy. But this is the palette. Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze. I know it looks really dark, and it kind of is really dark. This, starting from this side over, is the top row and then the bottom row. Now, anybody who's ever done a Pat McGrath, oh my goodness, this is so freaking soft. It's so freaking pigmented. Like, I love this. The trick is figuring out how to do something like this onto my pale self without making it look like that I've got two black eyes or that possibly I'm going through a goth phase. Now, this palette only has one matte. It's right here in the corner, and it's called Deep Velvet. It is this brown. This, as a matte, check this out. Bam, look at that. That is something else. So, these are the colors. Swatched across, left to right. Let's see if I can switch that off. Now, I think the camera's not quite doing it justice. There's definitely a little bit more of a purpley tone in these three than what you'd expect. Absolutely, like there is definitely. Let's see if we can make an eye look that does not make me look like I'm a raccoon. Now, anybody that is curious about another sale going on, the Sephora VIB spring sale is going on. If you're a Rouge member, it opened for you Friday and it's 20% off. If you're a VIB, it opens for you Tuesday. It'll be 15% off. And if you are just an insider, which is just anybody who has an account, it starts, I believe, the 24th, and it's 10% off. Now, if you are trying to get some of the Motherships from Pat McGrath, everything on the side will be 15% off or 10% off, depending on which grouping you're in. Last I saw on the Pat McGrath site, she had 4 out of 7 of her Mothership palettes on there for sale. The Divine Rose was out of stock. The Star Wars one, which was, I think, number 6. I think it was number 6. Is supposed to come back at some point, but it was only rebranded for Star Wars for December. I still don't have that one. I still haven't seen that one in person. Like, I'd like to at least see stuff in person, even if I can't afford it, so I can touch it. Okay, we're gonna kick into these and see what we can pop up. I think we're gonna start off over here in the corner. Let's go through the names, the shade names. Now my eyes are already prepped. Now, this top row is Platin Eyes. The second one is Smoke and Mirrors. That's definitely like a dark purple shade. This one is Telepathic Taupe. That's definitely a taupe. And then we've got Deep Velvet, Ritualistic, which is the most purple of them, and Sextrovert. And I think we're going to dip right on into Telepathic Taupe to see where we get with that. Now, if you're hoping that some of these are her special colors, like, they are not her special formula colors that everybody goes gaga for. They're just like matte shimmers, metallics. But it is so soft. Oh my God, it's so pigmented. Like, you saw me, this was just one dip in there. And that is the pigmentation off of one dip. One flippin' dip into the taupe. Telepathic Taupe. Oh God, that's so pretty. Okay. While we're at it, we're going to do the other eye in a different color, just to see what we can come out with. And that's Platin Eyes right there in the corner. Now, my attempt at doing some of these earlier turned out not the greatest because of the crying. And because my color selection in the wrong order. Like, I definitely made myself look like an angry raccoon. I sometimes have to remember what I see on other people wearing doesn't always work on my skin tone. See, now that is pretty. That is like a platinum-y color, yeah. Okay, let's see what we can work with. We're gonna actually try using this color, Ritualistic, on the mobile lid over here. Yes. Because I would really like this purple to pop as the purple it is. I don't know if that's coming out. Let's try it with our finger. Let's try applying with our finger. Sometimes these more pigmented palettes, if you brush them too much, will cause fallout. Oh my goodness, look at that. If you've never tried Pat McGrath, or if you're just looking to try it for cheap, I do recommend getting this off the palette site, off of her website. And if you're a collector, but you are slowed by amount of money, see how purple that comes out? Now would be a good time to see about picking up one or two others. Okay. Let's grab a brush and see if we can fluffy this around a little. Okay. It's really pretty. Now, let's see if we can do a little smoke maybe. Let's use Deep Velvet in the corner on that eye. Now, these do have a little bit of fallout, not a lot. So I do recommend having the brush. But that's to be expected with as pigmented as these are. Let's work that Deep Velvet in there a little more. Now I do feel the urge to point out that with Sephora's sale going on, they also have their Pat McGrath on sale too. This will be the original $65 if you pick it up on the Pat McGrath on the Sephora site, minus the percentage off. It's definitely cheaper to pick this up on the Pat McGrath site right now. It's pretty much cheaper to pick Pat McGrath up on her home site right now, no matter what. I did get a couple things while I was on the Pat McGrath site, and because they were on sale, I will show those to you guys slowly, mostly because I want to play with some of them. Okay. Ooh. That is nice. Let's get a brush in here and soften some of this up. Okay, now we had the taupe on this eye. Let's see, what should we do on the lid? I kind of feel like we should try out Smoke and Mirrors. That's hard. Now you know what? We're going to do the gold on the mobile lid. And then the Smoke and Mirrors, we'll try for a smoke shade. Let's see how many colors we can use today. Isn't that a pretty gold? Bronzy gold. It's ooh, that is pretty. Okay. Let's put a little smoke in there. We're gonna go with Smoke and Mirrors. Not everything has to be smoked, but I'm trying to get all of the colors in out between the two eyes so you guys can see how well these blend and how nice they look. I think if you have the first mothership in the first place, this is meant as like an addition to the mothership, and you should actually use those colors with these colors so that you actually have more options. Now, the first mothership is definitely a cooler palette. I've seen that one in person. That is a cooler palette. Okay, there's the Smoke and Mirrors in the corner. Okay. Let's get a brush out to blend it. Okay, that is literally all 6 colors used between both eyes. Okay, this one, see what I mean about it looking so dark and severe, and it does not look like that in the mirror, but it looks like that on the camera. throw on a little mascara, see how it looks. See if I cannot stab myself in the eye. No, actually, I think the taupey I think this actually pops my eyes really well. I think even if this hadn't been on sale, this would have been something I was looking at. And just because of the almost purpley undertones to it. Okay, now like I said, it is a heavily pigmented palette set. Pat McGrath tends to be, so Pat McGrath does have a bit more fallout even if you tap. See the fallout? But for this kind of quality, it is something you can work around. All of that is off my cheek, which is fine. Like I said, for this kind of quality, this kind of coloring, I will work around it. Not a problem. It just means I would save anything I do with my face to the very end. Do my eyes first when prepping for work. Make sure I get it all up. That is so much glitter. Holy gee. Okay, let's stand up and take a look-see. See how this looks. See the gold with the taupe. Oh my, that actually looks really good with the eye, doesn't it? And then you can't see the purple as well in this one as I had hoped for, but it is definitely a purpley shade. In fact, let's see if we can see it right there. This one. This is what I put here. Let me see if I can swatch it one more time in this lighting and show it to you. Because I just don't feel like it's coming through no matter what I do. And that is frustrating the crap out of me. I'm not flipping you off, I swear. Oh, forget it. Let's see if this works. Golly gee, it is not coming through, and that is frustrating the crap crackers out of me. Like, it is definitely a purpley shade, and in this picture, in this lighting, it's not looking like it. Oh, that is frustrating. You're just gonna have to trust me. At least 3 out of these colors have a definite purple tint. Definite purple pattern to them. See, I get the feeling this is going to be a palette that gets a lot of use out of it. Just because, like I said, in person, these colors are quite a bit more colorful and vivid than what you're able to see on this camera. And this camera, I'm really hoping to upgrade to something with a little bit more, I'm trying to find the right words, the ability to differentiate more colors and show more color contrast. Here in the near future, I am looking to find another camera that is like that, so there is that. Now, if anybody has any questions or wants to see anything else, let me know. I have no problem swatching more or showing you a different eye look. Like I said, I did pick up a couple of other things from the Pat McGrath sale, So I am hoping to show you guys that. One of them is her Fetish mascara, and I am super excited to try that one. Like my all-time favorite, weirdly, is Charlotte Tilbury's Fatful Lashes, and that's partially because of the way I like the brush working with the eyelash. It gives you eyelashes while separating them instead of, I swear to God, making it look like spider legs. So there's that, but I'm wondering how the Fetish mascara compares. Like I said, anybody's interested in Pat McGrath, now's the time to try on her homepage, patmcgrathlabs.com, or the Sephora sale, which is going on now. Now, as pigmented as this is, let's see how much work it takes to get off. One swipe doesn't take it all off, that's for darn sure. Or two. Okay. Okay. Have a nice night. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze Palette with the nifty, it's supposed to be a piece of artwork, by the way, in case you're curious, with the nifty twisty tie thingy, Filodex tie. There we go. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know down at the bottom. Remember, hit like or subscribe. Everybody stay safe. Remember, wash your hands, social distancing. We are going to get through this, even though I swear to God, it feels like every time you're turning around, somebody's extending the stay-at-home orders. The goal is the least amount of people dead possible. Remember that. It'll buy us some time. At the very least, if it does, it'll make sure that we have less people dying because there will be more people to care for them. So, have a nice night. Remember, we will get through it.